California rebuttal.
It's nothing like coming to a hearing with Senator Booker in the chair. Thank you, sir, for your continued generosity. Senator Cotton, bless you for serving with Senator Booker. And thank you to the witnesses and all of you. I am assuming that a number of you are correctional officers yourself. And I appreciate you being here and being present in the work that you do. A couple of questions, and I'm going to take the privilege of starting with my California resident, Mr. Walker. Good to see you. Again, I was excited to hear that you were coming to today's panel because I know you as an advocate for officers. And it is in our working together that I have really seen your heart and indeed your legacy. Your family's legacy for doing this work. Not just you, but as I understand, your father and your son. 3 generations in your family have contributed your time and talent to public service in this way, and we're grateful. Can you talk about the evolution of the profession and the catastrophe or crisis or fill in the blank of what it is that officers are experiencing today, just from the lens of that generational engagement?
Thank you, Senator. It is a pleasure to see you again. Yes, my family we've literally given our lives to this occupation. And unfortunately, it's taken more from us than is advertised your commitment is supposed to be. And it's not just my family, it's every one of these people sitting behind me. It's taking from them silently. And as far as the evolution of it, it's hard to say because I started in the 80s. Where we were legitimately tasked with rehabilitation, and we had the capacity to do that. We had the staffing for it, we had the resources for it, and the population was managed. And we went through that tough on crime era where we literally went from having single bunked individuals to triple bunked to unconventional sleeping arrangements, and that ability of rehabilitation, that ability of engagement, of socializing, to understand what the needs were of the individuals we were tasked with supervising and caring for, went out the window. Unfortunately, my father didn't do a good job of telling me what the job was, and I came into the agency. I didn't communicate with my family what I was enduring, and my son came into the agency. And it cost him his life. We cannot keep operating the way we are. It is literally killing people slowly. We are poisoning ourselves every time we walk back into and every time we introduce someone to this environment in the absence of having the services, resource, and personnel to adequately manage the new mission, because society is asking for something different, and we're still operating off of an antiquated model of incarceration. It's the default. It's what we know best. Helping people, serving people is the challenge that I think that society and this body actually wants to see. They want to see people return to their communities better.
Yeah.
And if not, then we keep them.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, that response was worth my entire 5 minutes.
I'm sorry.
No, don't. Your family has given more than 5 minutes worth. And so I appreciate you sharing that. I would love to, Mr. Chairman, submit questions to the panel after the hearing.
Of course, and before I defer to the ranking member, Mr. Walker, I think I could speak for the whole entire subcommittee about our grief and our sorrow about your son's loss. The story of dedication of your family through generations in and of itself is extraordinary, but the circumstances of your son's death should not have happened, and we're grateful for you sharing that. What has got to be unimaginable grief with this committee, so thank you. And I will now defer to the ranking member.